Namamsi. On this Ramanavami, let us see the description of the birth of Rama as mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana itself. I will be reciting the shlokas and will also be explaining the meaning of the shlokas in a very easy to understand manner. So stay tuned. The birth of Rama and his three brothers is described in the 18th Sarga of the Balakandam. Nirvritte tu kratau tasmin hayamedhe mahatmanaha pratigruhya surabhagan pratijagmur yathagatam. Mahatmanaha means the great mans. Here the great man refers to King Dasharatha. Mahatmanaha tasmin hayamedhe kratau nirvritte means the great man Dasharatha's Ashwamedha Yajna having been completed. Here Hayamedha refers to Ashwamedha. In Sanskritam, Ashwa means horse and also Hayaha means horse. So Ashwamedha can also be called Hayamedha. Kratuhu is another name for Yajna and Nirvritta means completed. So this line Nirvritte tu kratau tasmin hayamedhe mahatmanaha means the great man Dasharatha's Ashwamedha Yajna having been completed. The next line says Suraha bhagan pratigrihya pratijagmur yathagatam. The gods took their shares, meaning their share of the havis, and went back to where they came from. Havis is what is offered into the fire. It is believed that the fire carries the havis to the gods like Indra, Varuna, etc. It is also said that these gods can receive our offerings only through the medium of fire. They cannot receive directly from us. Suraha refers to gods. Bhagaha means share. Pratigrihya means having taken. Pratijagmuhu means returned back. Yathagatam means from where they came. So they returned back to from where they came. So overall this shloka says, on the completion of the great man Dasharatha's Ashwamedha Yajna, the gods took their share of the havis and returned back to where they had come from. Samapta diksha niyamah patni gana samanvitah pravivesha purim raja sabhritya balavahanah. The main sentence in this shloka is Raja Purim Pravivesha, meaning the king entered the city. It means to say King Dasharatha entered the city of Ayodhya. What kind of King Dasharatha? All the remaining words in the shloka describe him. Samakta Diksha Niyamaha, meaning one who had completed observing the rules of the initiation. When a person performs a yajna, he has to follow many rules. It depends on the type of yajna. Then Patni Gana Samanvitaha means the one who is accompanied by his queens. Sabhritya Balavahanaha meaning one who is with his servants and army chariots. This kind of King Dasharatha entered the city of Ayodhya. Yatharham pujitastena rajñā vai prithvīshvara muditav prayayurdeshan pranamya munipungavam. I will rearrange the words of this shloka and some of you might understand the meaning to some extent. Prithvīshvaraha tena rajñā yatharham pujitaha muditaha munipungavam pranamya deshan prayayuhu. Prithvīshvaraha refers to the kings. When a yajna happens, various other kings are invited for the event. Yajna is a huge event. Prithvīshvaraha tena rajñā yatharham pujitaha. The kings who were honored in a proper manner. Tena rajñā, by the king, that is by the king Dasharatha. Muditaha became very happy. Munipungavam pranamya, and having bowed down to the best among sages, which is none other than Maharshi Vasishtha. Deshan prayayuhu, they went back to their countries. So the kings who were duly honored, they bowed to Maharshi Vasishtha and they went back to their countries. Shrimatam gacchatam tesham swapurani puratatah balani rajñam shubhrani prahrishtani chakashire. Tadaha purat, from that city, swapurani, to their own cities, shubhrani prahrishtani balani, the bright and delighted armies. Gacchatam Shrimatam Tesham Rajñam, of those going kings. Chakashire, shown. So the verse basically describes the scene of the leaving of various kings who had come for the event. The kings and their armies left happily and they looked very bright. Gateshu prithvisheshu Raja Dasharathastada Pravivesha Purim Shriman Puraskritya Dvijottaman. Prithvisheshu Gateshu Tada Shriman Raja Dasharatha means after the departure of the kings, King Dasharatha Dvijottaman Puraskritya Purim Pravivesha. Dasharatha honored the Dvijas and entered his city. Shantaya prayayau sardham rishya shringa sampujitah anviyamano rajnatha sanuyatrena dhimata. Atha rishya shringaha sampujitah. Thus, having been nicely honored, sage Rishyashringa Sanuyatrena along with his followers Dhimata Ragnya Anviyamanaha and accompanied by the intellectual king. The king here refers to King Romapada, who is the father-in-law of sage Rishyashringa. Shantaya Sardham, accompanied by Shanta, who is the wife of Rishyashringa. Prayayav, set out to their place. Some background story here. It was sage Rishyashringa who performed the Putrakameshti Yaga and the Ashwamedha Yaga for Dasharatha. He was the main priest and his wife Shanta is actually the daughter of King Dasharatha and Queen Kausalya. But she was adopted by King Romapada. Romapada's wife is Varshini, who is the elder sister of Kausalya. Also, Romapada and Dasharatha were childhood friends. Since Romapada and Varshini did not have any children, Dasharatha had promised to give their firstborn child to Romapada. Shanta was the firstborn child to Dasharatha through Kausalya. She was adopted by King Romapada. Later, Shanta was married to sage Rishyashringa. Also, the present-day Sringeri, where Adi Shankaracharya established the Shankaramatham, also the Sharada Peetham, is the place where sage Rishyashringa lived. The place was initially called Rishyashringagiri, then it became Shringagiri and then Sringeri. Evam visrijyatan sarvan raja sampurna manasah uvasa sukhitastatra putrotpattim vichintayan. Evam raja tan sarvan visrijya. Like this, the king Dasharatha, having sent them all, sampurna manasaha, with a composed mind, putrotpattim vichintayan, thinking about begetting sons, tatra sukhitaha uvasa, lived there happily. There refers to in Ayodhya. Tato yagne samapte tu ritunam shat samatyayuhu tatascha dvadashe mase chaitre navamike tithau nakshatre diti daivatye svochas samstheshu panchasu graheshu karkate lagne vagpata vinduna saha Prodhyamane Jagannatham Sarvaloka Namaskritam Kausalya Janayadramam Sarvalakshana Samyutam. This shloka of Valmiki Ramayana clearly says the date of birth of Lord Rama. Of course, it gives the date that is according to the Indian calendar. The shloka not just says the date of birth but also gives Lord Rama's complete horoscope, that is the birth chart with all planetary positions. The shloka says, Tato yagne samaptetu. Then after the yajna was completed, Ritunam shat samatyayuhu. And when 6 seasons passed, that is after an year, in Sanskritam season is called Ritu. The 6 seasons or Shad Ritus in Sanskritam are Grishma Ritu, which is summer, Vasanta Ritu, which is spring, Varsha Ritu is rainy season, Sharad Ritu is autumn, Hemanta Ritu is pre-winter and Shishira Ritu is winter. So after the completion of Yajna, 6 seasons, that is 1 year passed. Tatascha Dvadashe Mase, then on the 12th month after the completion of Yajna, Chaitre Navamike Tithau, in the Chaitra month of Indian calendar, which will be March, April, that time in English calendar, Navamike Tithau, on the Navami day, Even to this day, we celebrate this Navami of the Chaitra Masa as Rama Navami. Further, the shloka gives the various planetary positions during the time of birth of Lord Rama. It says, Nakshatre Adite Daivatye. On the star whose presiding deity is Aditi. Punarvasu is the star whose presiding deity is Aditi. So, Lord Rama chose to be born in Punarvasu star. Swocha Samstheshu Panchasu. The 5 grahas were in exalted position. The commentary gives the names of the 5 grahas, which are Surya, Buddha, Angaraka, Shani, Shukra. The commentary quotes this shloka, which tells what happens when 5 grahas are in exalted position. Before I explain this shloka, I would like to clarify one thing. Graha is not equal to planet. If you see the list of the Navagrahas, the 9 grahas, it includes sun and moon, which we all know are not planets. In Sanskritam, graha does not translate to a planet. Graha includes some planets but does not mean a planet. I will make another video to explain the concept of graha. Now coming to this shloka, it says, Eka grahocha jatasya sarvarishta vinashanam. A person in whose chart 1 graha is in exalted position, sarvarishta vinashanam, meaning all his bad luck is destroyed. Dvigrahochetu samantaha. If 2 grahas are in exalted state, then he will be a Samanta Raja, which means a subordinate king. Samanta Raja is a king who will be paying tax to a more powerful king, who in turn will provide him his army during any attack from enemies. Trigrahoche Mahipatihi. If 3 grahas are exalted, then he becomes a proper king. Chaturgrahoche Samrat Syat. If 4 grahas are exalted, then he will become a Samrat, that is a king under whom there will be many Samanta Rajas. Panchoche Lokanayakaha. If 5 grahas are exalted, then he is the Lord of the world. Further, the verse of Valmiki Ramayana says, Graheshu Karkate Lagne Vakpata Vinduna Saha. That is, in the Karkata Lagna, which is the Lagna of this chart, there are 2 grahas, Vakpatihi, which is Guru, Jupiter, and Induhu, which is Moon. So here in Rama's birth chart, in the Lagna, which is the Karkataka Lagna, there are 2 grahas, Moon and Jupiter. Varahamihira, the great astrologer, says this about the combination of Jupiter and Moon in the birth chart. Dridha Sauhrido Vinitaha Swabandhu Sammana Krid Dhaneshascha Shashi Gurvor Gunashila Suradvijebhyo Ratho Bhavet Purushaha. Dridha Sauhridaha, meaning a person who maintains strong friendship. Vinitaha, meaning humble. Swabandhu Sammanakrit, meaning one who is respected by his family and friends. Dhaneshaha, wealthy. Gunashilaha, meaning one who is possessed with good qualities. Suradvijebhyo Rataha, one who is liked by gods and dvijas. The Bhushana commentary of Govindaraja, which is the most popular Sanskrit commentary on Ramayanam, gives a lot of details about the planetary positions and their effects on the person with reference to the position of the grahas in Rama's birth chart. I am not going to explain all that because then this will become an astrology video. Also, I do not know astrology, but if you are someone who is interested in this field of science, then maybe you should look into the Bhushana commentary of the 18th Sarga of Balakandam. Further, the shloka from Valmiki Ramayanam says, Prodhyamane Jagannatham Sarvaloka Namaskritam Kausalya Janayadramam Sarvalakshana Samyutam. The shloka says, Kausalya Ajanayat Ramam, meaning Kausalya gave birth to Rama. Prodhyamane. Here, Prodhyamane is Pra-Udyamane. That is, during the rising phase. It refers to the rising phase of the sun. This is called Abhijit Muhurtam. It is supposed to be an extremely auspicious time. So the sloka says Kausalya gave birth to Rama in the Abhijit Muhurtam. And to what kind of Rama did she give birth to? Sarva Lakshana Samyutam, meaning one who had all good features. Jagannatham, meaning to the Lord of the worlds. The Bhushana commentary says this word Jagannatha was specifically used by the poet to show the effect of the 5 grahas being in their exalted state. We saw previously the shloka from Jyotisha Shastram which says Panchoche Lokanatha, which means a person in whose birth chart 5 grahas are in Ucha, that is in exalted state, will be the Lord of the world, which is Jagannatha. Sarva Loka Namaskritam. Kausalya gave birth to a son who will be bowed down by all the worlds. In the next video, I will continue with the 18th Sarga of Balakandam, where the birth of the other 3 brothers of Rama, their naming ceremony, all the 4 brothers' naming ceremony, etc. are discussed. If you want to know the true meaning of the names Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna, then you must watch the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please type Jai Shri Ram in the comments and do share it with others. Also, do subscribe to my channel Tattvam. That will definitely help me a lot in growing this channel. If you have already subscribed, then Aham Kritagnya Asmi. I am grateful to you for supporting this channel. Agrime Chitre Melitasmi. Namo Namah.